It was 40, not 20. 40 minutes were cut from the show. Right, if you're a parent, you'll know this to be true. You may love your offspring, but sometimes all you want is for said offspring to shut the fuck up for a while. I've heard from a very reliable source about this, and I know this fact to be true. Not only do you want peace, but you want it to last for as long as possible. Once again, proven fact. I have many videos in my collection, but this time we're going to be looking at my favourite Thomas & Friends home release of all time, Chases, Races and Runaways. If I were to offer a 5-second review of this release, all I'd have to do is reference a certain promo.
Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends Playtime and the brand new release, Chases, Races and Runaways. 18 episodes of mischief and mishaps.
Indeed, and that is this video in a nutshell. Something always happens. Chases, races, runaways, problems with coal, unruly livestock, arrogant freight cars, dumbless engines, and major travel inconvenience. All this and more in Chases, Races, and Runaways. So let's start at the very beginning.
VCI presents some of the most popular children's characters available to buy on video.
Promos for other children's shows. Oh, this'll go well. Thomas & Friends, I have nothing to say. There's really no need to. I'll cover Story and Song Collection at some point. Four Ways Farm, never seen it. Sooty & Co, I've only seen once or twice, barely enough to review it. And who the hell are these teddy bears? Don't know, don't care, never watched, don't give half a shit to bother. Tots TV, at last I can say something. I watched these a bit when I was a kid, not a hardcore viewer, but I at least know who these three are. The BFG? Oh Jesus. I saw the movie once and I hated it. I even think the name Big Friendly Giant is stupid. If anything, he's looking at severe charges of kidnapping and endangering the welfare of a minor, as well as potential breaking and entering and invasion of privacy.
Masses of titles, hours of fun, available now.
Yep, masses of titles, only 2 of which I've ever owned, and we're looking at one of them. That just shows how little I watched when it came to preschool entertainment. My eyes were elsewhere. Another round of VCI and we finally reach the main event. Chases, Races and Runaways runs for 100 minutes, featuring 18 episodes from seasons 1 through 4 of Thomas & Friends, 11 episodes for Ringo Starr, and 7 episodes for Michelangelos. People who know this channel well enough will know what joke is going through my head. I am trying my absolute hardest to not feature it. I've mentioned this before. As a child, I had no concept of television seasons. That's where Chases succeeded for me. To me, it was just a massive pack of episodes that, to me, lasted for a long time. That's all a kid wants, and that's all the parents want. The kids want some entertainment that will occupy the brain, and the parents want it to last for as long as possible. For a 5-year-old with the right source material, the time will pass incredibly slowly and the mind will remain perfectly occupied. People have complained about the quality of seasons 8 and 9 of the TV series, about how the quality has gone down since season 5. I still maintain that season 6 is a genuinely good season, but some people won't hear of it. That's all fine and good, but you need to think about kids, mostly young ones who have no access to the internet and have no real concept of something they like potentially being bad. If it's related to something they like, they will no doubt like whatever is presented to them. If I were to point out a good example here, I'd point to Dukes of Hazzard, the 2005 movie. I used to think it was a very good movie, purely because I liked the TV series. 12 years later, I know perfectly well that it's really not a good movie. The action is good, but the casting choices really do not benefit the characters. Why did I love it so much as a 12-year-old? Because I was young and I was easily pleased with anything relating to something else I loved. The same could also apply to Chases, Races and Runaways. It has a massive collection of episodes and is... I may have had the complete first series, the complete third series, the biggest party video, but my love for them was nothing compared to Chases. This one had a magical hold on me that cannot be explained. Down the Mine, Percy and the Signal, Story and Song Collection, anything from Season 5 onwards. They don't compare. Seasons 1 and 5 still remain my favourite in the entire series, but in terms of home releases, this is the top of the pile for me. I wouldn't go back and watch it much these days as a 24-year-old, but it's still there and it's still top for me. I'm not sure of what else to say really. There's no real story to tell. I saw this before seeing the entirety of seasons 2, 3 and 4, meaning this was my introduction to episodes like A Close Shave, The Runaway, Percy's Predicament, Gordon and the Famous Visitor and Four Little Engines. I've owned 2 copies because of a damaged first tape. When I wanted to capture video for YouTube back in 2008, this is what I went to. When I had to test my VCR for Recordable Fridays, this is what I went to. This video goes back far for me in more ways than one. I suppose I could repeat the joke I began with Minivid. The end of Train Stops Play no doubt reminded me after a while that the ending was near and I'd have to get up and change the video. I actually didn't have that feeling towards many videos, but I'm willing to bet this was one of them. I could also link that feeling towards the Aristocats. The second the music video at the end of the movie ends, I knew it was going to happen long before the final caption and the fade to black. You gotta love the irony really. My favourite children's release of all time, and I have very little to say about it. I guess it's all downhill from here. Then again, Cartoon Network and Thomas weren't the only big parts of my early childhood. Next time, we check out a musical group from my homeland of Fife.
Spout, candle, lid of metal, what's inside the singing kettle?